Where do we see transformation in education right now? I believe that education is really at a crossroads. A lot of society is, but the pandemic has really highlighted that. Um, and I feel this has woken up a lot of people who kind of were denying the fact that we have to do things differently. One is performance, and clearly that is making sure that we are at the cutting edge of pedagogical learning for our teachers and how they implement a curriculum, and a curriculum that is reflective of what society needs of young people and preparing them for that world. So it's curriculum and it's practice. That's our performance. The second one would be innovation, and clearly technology has a lot to do with innovation. The other area, the third one I would say, is inclusion, and of course then there's also diversity within a school, making sure everybody has access. What I see as hoping from our working with Microsoft and being more engaged with them is that I think that it helps us address those 5 challenges that I just mentioned. The opportunity to work in an organization that has the breadth and the depth of knowledge and understanding of where technology is and where it is going that Microsoft has allows us to escape from our silo as an individual school, because we can see what other schools are doing perhaps better and learn from them, but also outside of the silo of education itself. What we really want to make sure is that we're preparing students, that they have the skills, the technological skills, and the learning skills that they can adapt to any form of development beyond our school, beyond these walls. Because we're seeing that it's shifting, and there's more and more options for students beyond the traditional university track. Well, one of the things amongst the current challenges that we have in schools and in technology, obviously, is students misusing and how they should properly be using technology. Another challenge is obviously the teacher's knowledge and their professional development. And this has a cost factor, which is not only the cost of training, but also the most finite thing we have is time, and how do we fit that into our teachers' schedule so that they have adequate time to keep learning and adapting to the new technology. Kind of related to students' use of technology, but it's outside of just the students' access to technologies, is keeping them safe, which I think is very important, because they're exposed to the world, and the world can be exposed to them through technology. A fourth challenge is obviously just the cost itself. When we're dealing with something that is constantly developing and changing, and I think the real important thing when we look at that, it's inevitable that we have to invest in technology, but the more that we understand where technology is going,